My name is Tashia, and I am attempting to do the Seamstress Tag that Holly Dolly started. Thank you, Holly, for starting this Seamstress Tag. I have seen so many seamstresses doing the tag. I wanted to do it like probably about a year ago, but I didn't. So that's just. Anywho, so I am actually doing it now. So let me get started. Who am I? My name is Tashia Kit, and I am a married mother of four. I live in Deerfield Beach, Florida. I have a 24-year-old son who is graduating with his doctorate degree. And then I have a 20-year-old who is a junior at UCF, and I am so proud of all of my children. She is my only little girl. She is a mini me. I promise you she's a mini me. But and she's in the first grade. So she's growing up and doing everything that little girls do. I call her six going on 16, but yeah. And then I have a little baby. His name is Azariah. He is 3 years old, and he is my little baby. So, okay. So that tells you a little bit about me. As you can tell, my life is about my kids and my husband. So, yeah, love them all dearly. Now, second, when and why did you start sewing? I started sewing 4 years ago, and I did it because I was stay-at-home mom, and I was bored out of my mind, so I needed a hobby. And my husband was like, "Go get a hobby and go get some friends." And I'm like, "I don't need no friends." However, the hobby was very interesting to me, so I was thinking about stuff that I really like to do. I love to cook, and cooking, I mean, I do love to cook and I love to bake. However, I needed another hobby, so we went to I told my husband, I said, if I can learn how to sew, I think that's something that I would be very interested in. So what I did was he took me to a swap shop. It's in Fort Lauderdale, and we looked at what they had, and they had the Singer Merit sewing machine. It's 2404, and it was only like $45. So if I didn't like sewing, I only spent $50 plus whatever material I bought. I didn't overspend or whatever, and it wasn't like it was going to be anything bad or anything like that. So I did purchase the sewing machine, and that was my very first sewing machine. That is the reason why, and that is when I actually started sewing. What is my favorite and most proudest make? Really, all of us say that it's the last make that we made. My most proudest make is this dress that I made for my daughter, and it is Simplicity 8351 View B. I really love it. I love the way that it came out. It was made, I don't know what type of material this is. It feels like a ganza. However, it's very, it has a little bit more weight than a ganza, and is very light. So I know it's not a ganza, but the texture feels like a ganza. So, anywho, and I got the material out of Miami. I am, like I said, I am out of Florida, so I live in Deerfield Beach, Florida, which is not too far from Miami. I think I'm about an hour and a half away. So, yeah, I go to Miami a lot. I love the flowers on it and everything, but this is my most proudest make. I will insert a picture here to let you know exactly how it fit her. It fit her perfectly. So that is my most proudest make. I think the reason why is because, okay, so this is the first time I ever made like anything with real material before, and it actually came out exactly as the picture entailed that it would. But one thing that I did put a lining up under it, and the lining came out perfect. The zipper, an invisible zipper. The only thing is, I put the size zipper that they requested in there, and it came a little bit short. And I don't like that, and I really don't want to put a eye and hook right there, but I may have to end up putting one because it don't look right. However, but other than that, the zipper came out perfect. It works. Trust me, I've had one where I finished the skirt and it was so cute, and then I tried to zip it and it just didn't zip. So, and then and also when I did the first zipper, I messed it up because I sewed through the zipper. However, I took it apart, put the new zipper in, and then it fit, and it fits perfectly. You can't really tell the zipper is there. I'm still working on my pattern matching, so please don't look at my little. Which it did come out pretty good as far as the pattern matching goes. So I mean, you know. However, my seams came out perfect as far as look at it, look at it, look at it. Look at it right there. Look right there. I'm just saying. So, uh, and also my side seams came really good, and they came like really, really well. And this is my most proudest make because I actually did it in 4 years. This is the first thing that actually came out exactly as I wanted it to. My most disastrous make is Simplicity 1213. I did do it over, and the second time I did it, it came out almost perfect. There are some changes that I'm going to make to it, and I am going to critique both of these patterns. So you'll see them in future videos. I didn't like about them, what I would change if I do them again. You will definitely see that in a video in the future. So just go ahead and subscribe, and I'll pop up and you'll see that. However, um, this one, the book bag came out. It was, oh my God, it was so crazy. However, the reason why it did not work, because as you can see, it was looking good. It was looking good. And okay, so the instructions did not tell me to sew it on the opposite end so that you can't see this part. Um, that's what I'm saying. And then connect it with using a spray adhesive, because if you don't, you're gonna get this right here. And the instructions were not clear to me. Secondly, I was also trying to do an applique, and I am not good at appliques. So this was the very first applique that I did, and as you could tell, it was a epic fail. The applique was too big for what I wanted to do, which I didn't take a look at it until after the fact to know that it was too big. And I had already put it on by then, and I could have changed it before, but so, and then I didn't do the applique completely right, so you have all of the edges, and it was just, oh. So I did a new one. She took it to school. Looks really good. The only thing is, in the instructions, it tells you to put the straps like here and here. However, that's too far apart. You would need to move it closer. If you don't, then I'll show you what happens. I'll show you exactly what it looks like when I do the critique for this pattern. Like I said, it's just mainly the instructions, but I can tell you what you need to do to kind of not make as many mistakes as I did. So that is my most disastrous make. Will I make the pattern again? Chances are yes, because she really loved her book bag, and her book bag is standing up. She is very rough on book bags, and it there's no issues with it whatsoever, other than her cutting off the emblem that I put on there. But other than that, there's no issues whatsoever, and it looks really, really nice. If I talk too fast, I do apologize in advance, but I talk fast sometimes. Okay, where is my favorite place to fabric shop? Okay, so I have never done online fabric shopping before, and the reason why is because I am not good with picking fabric yet, and I feel as though if I, let's say Gonza, since we were just talking about it, if I go online and I purchase Gonza, I don't know if it's going to be too light. I don't know if it's going to be too heavy. I don't know if it's going to be a higher quality. I don't know what to look for when I'm looking up material online. I see material that I like online all the time, especially with Fabricland and places like that. However, as far as ordering them, I just haven't done it yet. However, my favorite place is Miami. I usually go to Miami. I've went to Miami once or twice, all the way downtown Miami to shop for fabric, and I had a wonderful time. And I bought a whole bunch of beautiful fabric there. So, that is my favorite place to shop for fabric. Unfortunately, I do not know the name of the place, so that you would actually, I'm gonna have to. I will post it somewhere. I also go to Joann's Fabrics. I go Hobby Lobby. Oh my God, I can't forget about Hobby Lobby. I don't go to Hobby Lobby that often, and the reason why is because Hobby Lobby is a little expensive. Um, with Joann's, you get the coupons, and because I'm on a budget, I can't really spend a lot of money on fabric. Now that's the reason why I said Fabric Mart. Fabric Mart probably be the other place that I go because they have very reasonably priced fabric. What is my most used pattern? I do not have a most used pattern. I have over 100 something patterns, and they're all 99% of them are from the big four, and that's because Joann's be having sales, and without Joann's sales I wouldn't have that many patterns. Because of that, I'm trying to get, my goal is to get through each pattern, and because I'm trying to get through each pattern, I do not do a pattern more than once or whatever the case may be. So that answers your question. What is your most dreaded sewing task? My most dreaded sewing task, I think we all can agree, is this. When I make a mistake, which I make a lot of mistakes, I have to pull this out. And sometimes I sew them so very well, and I have some really good sewing machines. They are sewed in tight, or my serger, trying to rip out serger thread is like horrible. I truly believe that even though this is the worst thing that we can do, or this is our worst sewing task, it is also our godsend, for the simple fact that once we make a mistake, we know we have to take it out. But once we take it out and we fix that mistake that we made, oh my God, that it's just like heaven when we get that mistake correct, and then we look at our project and it looks all beautiful and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm okay with that. Now, my favorite sewing task. Unfortunately, I can't say that one item is my favorite sewing task because I just enjoy construction. My whole thing is, once it's put together, once you put the zipper in, once you put the dress together, once you're finishing up your hem and so on and so forth. I mean, to me, that is the best part of sewing, because you get to see your finished product, and it is amazing. So I guess that would be my um favorite sewing task. Um, what is your favorite sewing entertainment? When I was looking at other vlog videos, I realized that this can mean one or two things. Either you're talking about what type of sewing videos do we like to watch, or videos, or podcasts, or so on and so forth. Or you're talking about, or what do we listen to, or whatever the case may be, while we're sewing. So I'm going to go ahead and hit both of them at the same time. My favorite sewing videos are all of my YouTube vloggers. You guys are amazing. I'm subscribed to Mimi G right now. Also, Sew to Fit. I like It Can Start with Gingerella. I like some of the podcasts. All I do literally is watch YouTube. My TV is connected to YouTube, so that's all I watch is YouTube sewing videos. My living room is my sewing room. Literally, I took over the living room, and all I do, my TV stays on YouTube sewing. So, like I said, I love you guys. Now the other aspect is, what do I like to listen to when I am sewing? That, okay. I don't actually like to listen to anything in particular. I put the TV on something that I don't like. And I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I do. I put the TV on something that I really don't like or don't care for, or something that I don't watch forever, like 50 million 11 times, and I know it by heart, so that I just have to have something in the background, and that's what and that's that one. So it's not necessarily a sewing related. It could be CSI Miami. It could be uh, anything that I can put on Netflix or Hulu or something. It could be any of that. Uh, so the next one is printed or PDF. Okay, so printed is my favorite. However, I am working on PDFs. And one thing that I've learned is that PDFs are not that bad. I don't like cutting them out. However, what the game changer is when the PDF, what they do now is they will allow you to make the PDF bigger. So I can actually send the PDF file to my printer, and the printer will actually print it out pretty big. And when they do that, then the PDF is a lot easier to deal with as opposed to the printed. Is about, well, once they do that, is the reason why I would go with PDF is because PDF is cheaper than the printed. However, Joann's do be having 99-cent sales all the time, so I can't say that. But I am looking at getting some indie PDF files, and when I do the indie ones, then I'm probably going to do printed, because most of the indies PDFs are located in England, and I don't think I'm going to be going to England anytime. Well, I don't know, because we may have to go to England to live. I don't know. Anyway, but printed is my favorite, pretty much. What sewing machines do you use? Okay, so I'm gonna put pictures of my babies. I have 3 sewing machines, 2 boys and a girl. Did you get that? Anyway, actually, I got 3 boys and 1 girl, and I'm gonna explain that. Okay, so my very first sewing machine, I still have her. She is a singer. She's a 1404 Merit. And that was my very first sewing machine, and I love her to death. She is my baby. Um, so, then I have 3 brothers. My second sewing machine was a brother, and I got her from Walmart. She works perfectly. She has buttonholes. The only thing she doesn't have that I really want is the one that you can put the button in and she can sew the buttons. Yeah, that would be awesome. Because, boy, if you, and then, because I don't be knowing how many stitches to use to sew the buttons on. And sometimes it be looking too thick. And then sometimes it don't be looking too thin. So I just, yeah, I would love a sewing machine that did that. But anyway, so I have my brother SQ9185, and he works perfect. I got him 4 years ago, and he's still going strong. I never had an issue with him whatsoever. And then I have another brother. I have two brother sergers. The first serger I got, both of them are exactly the same. It's the Brother 1034D. The first one I got it on eBay, refurbished. And even though it was refurbished, I continued to have issues with them. And I thought it was just me. I just really, truly thought it was just me, because I never had a serger before. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to thread it. And then when you turn the serger back on, it wouldn't just start. I had to rethread it like 3 or 4 times in order for it to actually start going. Because the thread would just break, and it wasn't the tension. I would check the tension, and I would check. It was just, oh, so at one time I just didn't like my serger. So I thought it was just me, and I thought it was just the fact that I just did not know how to deal with the serger. So I had a client who wanted me to make her like over 20 or 30 shirts. And I knew I couldn't do it with that serger. So what I ended up doing is I went and bought another serger. The same exact serger, Brother 1034D from Walmart, because I knew how to thread it. I knew how to do everything to it. However, it's just I was having a lot of issues out of that serger. I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. When I thread it, when I turn it off, turn it back on, it works perfectly. Even if I turned it off overnight, it works perfectly. The only time I had a problem with the new serger is when it got really, really dirty in the inside. Because after doing 30 shirts, the serger was like, look, you need to clean me out. And I was looking at other people who said not to blow it out, but it had so much stuff in it, I blew it out. And ever since I blew it out, I haven't had any issues with it. So I got one of those electronic air blower things, and I blew it out, and I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. I oiled it a little bit, because doing 30 shirts, you do need to oil it just a little bit. And I didn't have any issues after that. So that's basically what, those are my 3 or 4 sewing machines. Do you have any other hobbies? I do. My second favorite hobby is cooking, as you can tell. Uh, I love to cook. I love to bake. I just love cooking. That's my other hobby, is cooking. I love to cook. So, that is the Seamstress Tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could, uh, check the thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. And of course, I'm going to be doing more videos. In the near future, I'm gonna have a video on here, showing you all of my makes that I've done. That one is probably going to be a lengthy video, because it's going to tell you exactly what I've done. Or I may make it just like a flash video where it just shows you the makes, and then I'll come in at the end and or either I'll do a talk over. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet, but I am going to show you all my makes, so that way from beginning to now, and that way you'll see what I've done and what my progression has been, because that's basically what this vlog is for. This vlog is basically to let you see my progression from knowing how to sew to becoming a seamstress. And right now I do know how to sew, however, I'm not a seamstress, and we're going to work on that. So if you like I said, if you like my video, please press that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. My goal is 1 video per month. And you can reach me on all my social media. Reach me on Twitter. You can reach me on Instagram. You can reach me on Facebook. All TK Homemade. You can also reach me here, of course. And if you want to email me, you can email me at tk@tkhomemade.com. I do have a TK Homemade homepage. However, it is not complete because I am building it myself. So I will post it on my Instagram and also on my Facebook and on Twitter as soon as the website is complete. Well, nice doing this. I had fun. I hope you guys did too. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. And you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.